Jamannatha Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagat Guru Madatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. My Lord is the Lord of universe. My Guru is the teacher of the universe. Myself is the self of everything. Salutation to that Guru. As Pravarjiga Brahma Pranaji informed you that in Dallas in 2019, I gave 2 days retreat on Guru. And I explained in that retreat 6 points on Guru. Let me recap those 6 points very briefly, and then I shall speak on the main topic, what I have selected this morning to present before you. In that retreat, the first point I referred, the significance of Guru in spiritual life. There I spoke mainly 2 important points. Number 1, what is the quality of a Guru? And Swami Vivekananda also mentioned that quality in his complete works. It is referred in verse number 33 of Viveka Chudamani. The main quality referred there, Abrijino Srotriyo Brahmanishto Akamahata. These all are Sanskrit words. Srotriyo, well versed in Vedas. Brahmanishta, the knower of Brahman. Abrijina, sinless, completely sinless. And Akamahata, there must not be a tinge of desire in Guru. So these are the main qualities mentioned in that verse number 33 of Viveka Chudamani. So Brahmanishta means, or Brahmavid means knower of Brahman. It means that he or she must have the conviction that Brahman can be realized. And he or she must have that experience that what Brahman realization looks like. Because after the realization of Brahman, one cannot do anything except he or she would have been the avatara. Then I mentioned the qualities of disciple or shishya. A shishya or disciple must have 2 qualities. Number 1, well versed of Vedas, scriptures. They must know the scripture. The second thing is that they must have the conviction that nothing eternal can be produced by work. Everything what we see in this world cannot be produced by simple work, which is eternal. Spirituality is the eternal thing. Realization of spirit or self is the eternal thing that cannot be produced by work. Nothing eternal can be produced by any work. That conviction they must have. The second point I mentioned there, the Guru tradition or parampara. When we embraced Guru, when we accept Guru in our life, he or she must have some parampara, a succession. It is very important aspect. What parampara or succession gives, it is the proof. It authenticates the power of Guru, because by succession it is coming down from the highest point. Swami Gambhiranandaji, our 11th President Maharaj of Ramakrishna order, he said, we got that instruction of spiritual practice which successively handed down from preceptor to disciple. We have followed that path which was instructed, and we have experienced the great benefit. It is experimentally proven path. So this secret is being instructed to you for your benefit. So a parampara, secondly, keeps the power and sanctity of mantra. It is coming down by the competent gurus of the same lineage. This parampara was established by Shankaracharya. So this lineage is very important. Thirdly, I explained avatara as a guru. What avatara did? There is a difference between acharya and guru. Acharya are those who gives us academic instruction, and guru gives us spiritual instruction. What is the difference between these two types of instructions? Spiritual instruction is subjective and transformative, but academic instruction is objective and informative. Spiritual instruction awakens our spirit from within. As for example, Guru gives us the instruction and awakens the spirit from within. Avatars expedite this process. A football coach, he or she also awakens the spirit, the energy from within to a football player. But the difference is that football player focuses on that particular game only. But the spiritual awakening is the total integrated awakening. This is the difference. Secondly, avatara as a guru plays the role of indwelling controller, which is called antaryamin. He sits within and he controls everything. So he works as a indwelling controller. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna very clearly says, that by sitting in the heart, I am controlling everything. So, avatara is antaryamin, indwelling controller. Thirdly, human guru can influence only few human beings, but avatara can influence millions and millions of people. Fourthly, avatara's ego and will is completely identified with the will and ego of God. So the avatara becomes a channel from God to the human being. So God's grace comes from that channel to the human being. They becomes the connector from God power to the human. Swami Abhedanandaji composed a beautiful hymn on Sri Ramakrishna. There he says, Sangsararnava ghore yah karnadhara sarupakaha namastu Ramakrishnaya tasmai Sri Gurave namaha. Salutation to Sri Ramakrishna, the Guru, who serves as helmsman of my life's boat, steering it across the ocean of transmigratory existence. So avatara as a guru removes the veil of ignorance and awakens the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge from within. Guru is not for in this life. Guru, avatara as a guru, is for our next several lives also. The fourth point I described there, the place of Guru in Ramakrishna order. Swami Shivanandaji, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, once said, Sri Ramakrishna is Satchidananda. Human Guru becomes the instrument in the hand of Satchidananda and acts as catalyst who offers disciples at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. So human guru acts just like a catalyst. What is the function of catalyst in a chemical reaction? Catalyst never participate in the main reaction. It just expedite or slower the reaction. It controls the reaction, it connects one element with another, but it itself does not participate in that chemical reaction. That is the function of catalyst. So Guru is also, Guru connects us with God, but doesn't participate in this connection, in this relation. So Guru staying apart just connects us as a catalyst. Swami Gambhiranandaji also said once that we saw our seniors did the same thing and got the result. They instructed us the same thing and we have done it and got the result. We also in turn give the same instruction to you with confidence that you will also get the result. So the gurus of Ramakrishna order are completely egoless, and gives this assurance because they think that Sri Ramakrishna is the only Guru, and just we offer different colored flowers at the feet of the Lord. Similarly, they offer different human beings at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. They only offer them at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the uniqueness of the Guru lineage of the Ramakrishna order. And Swami Vivekananda gave a tremendous assurance. Once he said, Swami Premanandaji, Baburam, if my disciples find themselves in hell thousands of times for committing sin, I would pull them out from there 1,000 times by holding their hands. If it is not true, then everything is false. Just imagine the power of assurance. The fifth point I mentioned, that there will be no contradiction among a human guru, your mind is your guru, and Satchidananda is guru. Because Swami Brahmanandaji, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, he said in Eternal Companion that your mind is your guru. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, Satchidananda is the only guru. And we see the human guru everywhere. So there will be, or there is no any contradiction among these three gurus, because these are the complementary, these are the steps. Human guru is required so that one can understand that their mind is guru, and when they will understand that their mind is guru, then they will understand that Satchidananda is the real guru. So there is no contradiction among these three gurus, concept of gurus. These are rather complementary. Then I came to the importance of mantra. Our chosen deity is invoked by mantra. Brahman is unified. We know this is the one truth, one absolute, one existence. But when human beings conceptualize or meditate on Brahman, they cannot, in the beginning, they cannot meditate on one truth of existence. They meditate on the part Brahman, or the khanda, or the divided Brahman. So this apparently part of Brahman is encrypted by Vija, the seed, some code. And when this Vija gets connected with the basic rhythm of consciousness in the deeper level of heart, the mantra awakens. And then the realization of Ishta happens. So this is the importance of mantra. And when the harmony among the words, because mantra are the words, mantra, the word, the meaning of the word, and the object on which we are meditating. These three are harmonized. then actually we reach the goal. So this is the importance of mantra. All these points, 6 points, I referred in that retreat in detail. I mentioned this morning these 6 points. It is because just to recap. Now, let me start. Actually, what I would like to speak in this morning. If we think carefully, we can understand that the problem of our life, we think the problem of our life generates, or problem of our life comes from outside, from the world. But if we carefully think, it is a very important revelation. If we carefully think, we can realize that problem actually generates from within. We create our problem. The external things are only the stimulus, but real problem we generate from within. And if you go through Swami Vivekananda's complete work, Swamiji, in many lectures, Swamiji described it in detail. And after searching the solution in the outside world, people came back to the within and started searching the solution within. That's why in India, long ago, in early period of the history, the investigation into the nature of soul was taken up. And ultimately, they found the solution and they discovered 2 important points. Number 1, the real nature of human being is spirit. The spirit is independent of body, mind, and senses, which is called pure chit or consciousness, and which is self-revealing. Very important point, self-revealing. So the spirit or consciousness or chit is independent of body, mind, and senses, and it is eternal and self-revealing. Self-revealing. Secondly, the individual soul is the part of the one absolute self, which is called Brahman. These are the simple 2. We almost, those who are attending the lectures in Dallas Center, we all know this truth, that the spirit is independent of body, mind, and senses. It is eternal and it is self-revealing. And secondly, it is only Brahman. But this infinite consciousness or chit, though it is all-pervading, but in different ways, in different form, it reveals in different being. In human being, this chit or consciousness, all-pervading consciousness, manifest in 3 ways: knowledge, will, and self awareness. This knowledge part is very tricky. What does it mean by knowledge? It is not simple knowing something. Take the example of a stone. We can see a stone exist. This chit part, consciousness part, is also in the stone. But this stone cannot experience that the stone exists. I can experience I exist. Again, I can experience a stone exist. But a stone cannot experience that it exists. I exist, this self-revealing part is called knowledge. So there are two types of knowledge. One is called prakasha, or there are two types of chit. One is called prakasha and another is called vimarsha in Sanskrit. All different philosophical schools in India, almost all, except Charvaka and few others, they accept this principle. So because there is a chit, consciousness in the stone, that's why stone reveals itself and we can understand, yes, there is a stone. So this kind of chit is called prakasha. And I know I exist. This kind of knowledge is called vimarsha. So this prakasha and vimarsha. So this vimarsha part, there are two types of vimarsha part. One is higher type, one is lower type, para and apara. We know everywhere para means the good thing, apara means the lower thing. So the higher part of that, I exist, that knowledge is continuous, uninterrupted, and apara part is interrupted and not continuous. So where is the role of Guru here? Guru awakens this vimarsha part. In Kashmir Shaivism, this vimarsha, this I exist, this part is called Shakti. You know, Kashmir Shaivism is one kind of Tantra. So they accept Shakti. So according to Kashmir Shaivism, this vimarsha part is called Shakti. So Guru is the vimarsha Shakti according to them. And Guru is the tantric concept, you know, initiation, etc. These are the tantric concept. In Vedanta, there is the Acharya. Vedanta never says you do it. Vedanta always says you know it. Vedanta deals with knowledge, but Tantra deals with doing. So that's why even in Vaishnavism, this particular Vimarsha Shakti, they called it Sambit. Sambit Shakti. They also accept the Shakti. In Vaishnavism also they accept the Shakti. And this power, this Vimarsha power, this revealing power, they called it Sambit, Sambit Shakti. So Guru is the Vimarsha Shakti. However, This Vimarsha Shakti, awakening power, revealing power, because Guru expedite our Vimarsha power. I exist. Spirituality starts from there. I exist. Revealing self, awakening self. Guru awakens that. And there are different types of Guru power also. This Vimarsha Shakti is also reveals in different person, different Guru in different ways. The highest manifestation of this Vimarsha Shakti reveals in Yogacharya. Yogacharya, those who comes from epochal teacher. So Yogacharya, Yuger Acharya, this called it. In Swami Vivekananda, this Vimarsha power reveals to the highest. We find this kind of the Vedic rishis are the Yogacharya. They had this Vimarsha power. They are the gurus. That is why Guru Purnima means Vyasa Deva's birthday. We consider Guru Purnima is the birthday of Vyasa. Vyasa is the Guru Shrestha, the highest Guru, because he only divided these 4 Vedas. So Guru Purnima is the Purnima day, his birthday, and his Maha Tirodhan Divasa, means his Maha Samadhi day, this Guru Purnima. It is considered. So all these years are the Yogacharya, Vimarsha Shakti. They are the manifestation of Vimarsha. Shankaracharya, Moses, Lao Tzu, all they are the epochal teachers. They are the highest manifestation of this Vimarsha Shakti. And in the modern age, Swami Vivekananda is the Guru power. The highest manifestation we find in Swami Vivekananda as a Guru power. The Chit aspect, which is the Chit aspect of Brahman. Then it has the will. In spiritual life, will has a tremendous importance. But unfortunately, in Indian scripture, we do not deal with will that we should be. The will is called in our scripture Ichha Shakti or Kratu or Dhi Shakti. Sorry, Dhriti. So there are 3, we generally call it intellect, There are 3 types of intellects in our scripture. In Gita, you can find it. Dhi, Dhriti, Medha. These are the 3 types of intellects. Dhi is the highest intellect. Actually, Avatara awakens Dhi Shakti. That is why you see in Gayatri Mantra, you can find Dhiyo Yonaf Prachodayat. What does it mean by Dhi? Because unless you have the Dhi Shakti initiates us. Dhiyo Yonaf Prachodayat. Dhi is initiating us, Prachodayat. So Dhi Shakti is one of the aspect of our intellect. Dhriti. So will is called Dhriti. And Kratu. These are the 3 names in our scripture of will. So Swami Vivekananda said the highest type of will is free and it is focusing the consciousness. It is the dynamic power of our consciousness. Will is the dynamic power of our consciousness. So what is the function of will in our spiritual life? If you meditate, We all have that experience. In meditation, you are trying to hold an object to concentrate. And the more you are trying to concentrate on an object, and the object is slipping and going away, you are applying some mental force to hold that object. And again, this object is going away. And this game, this fun is going on, and ultimately we become tired and we give up. Our meditation is complete there. So that is the thing. What is that mental power? We try to connect the object. That is called will in spiritual life. So will has tremendous importance in spiritual life. The mental power by which we are trying to hold our object of meditation. That's very important thing. That is called will. So, which is generally our will is connected with ego. That's why we have that Ichha Shakti. It is called the wish, our desire. Why our desire is so powerful? Because our will is connected with ego, and what we think we have to do, we apply our mental force to that. The same mental force we apply to hold our object of meditation. That is the function of will. Generally, our will is connected with our ego, but the free will, which is completely pure, that is connected with our self. And Swami Vivekananda said that pure will is connected with ever free Atman. And we find that when this will is connected with Atman, it gives us three results. Number one, fearlessness. Number two, strength. And number three, renunciation, detachment. So we find the highest manifestation of these three things in Swami Vivekananda. We find in Swami Vivekananda tremendous will force. He said again and again, perseverance and will. You can drink the mountain, says the willful man. You can, you can crumble the mountain, says the willful man. You can drink the ocean, says the persevering man. Be willful and perseverance, and you can attain the goal. So we can find this renunciation, fearlessness, and strength in Swami Vivekananda, the manifestation of the highest level of pure will. The third manifestation of Chit aspect, the consciousness aspect, is self-awareness. And this self-awareness, in general people, in general, we find that the self-awareness is connected with body and mind. So we don't have separate self-awareness. But for avatara, for person like Swami Vivekananda, this self-awareness is not connected with body-bound self. His self-awareness is connected with the cosmic self. His will is connected with the cosmic will. So, for Swami Vivekananda, it is a kind of different self-awareness. He connected with the whole humanity. So he had that self-awareness to shake this whole world. So that kind of self-awareness he had. So what I am trying to mean by explaining the Chit aspect of Brahman, this Vimarsha Shakti, that this Vimarsha Shakti was completely manifested in Swami Vivekananda as Guru Shakti. Sri Ramakrishna had threefold mission. The first, he established dharma and love in this world. And he did it through Holy Mother. Establishment of dharma and love. And in Holy Mother, we find the manifestation of Sat aspect of Brahman. Secondly, Sri Ramakrishna wanted to establish the Guru power in this world to face the challenges of science and technology and this changing society. And he did it through Swami Vivekananda by manifesting the Chit aspect of Brahman. And thirdly, he established a new ideal of human being and the new ideal of Ananda aspect. And that he did by his teachings and by his life. So, one single truth manifested in three different glorious ways, Sat, Chit and Ananda, in three avatars of the modern age, through Holy Mother, through Swami Vivekananda, and through Sri Ramakrishna. So on this holy occasion, I offer my pranam to these three great avatars of this age and pray at their lotus feet to give us inspiration to awaken our spirit from within. Thank you.